close are we, guys? A couple more scriptures and then we're going to watch the video. If we go a little bit over tonight, are you guys okay with that, watching the video? Okay. So go with me real quick to 2 Timothy chapter 3. 2 Timothy chapter 3. There's so many of these I want to get into. I love to study the scripture and point these things out. 2 Timothy chapter 3. Now I want you, as we read these verses 1 through 5, I want you to think about how you grew up versus now. Put it in your mind of how it was when you were raised versus today. Okay, now listen. Verse 1. But mark this, there will be terrible times in the last days. Underline that, last days. The last days he's referencing there is the very last of the end of the age. When the apostles asked, when will be the end of the age? When will this happen? He's speaking of the end of the church age before he comes back. Brother Woolvard, he was a professor at Dallas Theological Seminary. He always said this: what is the one thing that tells you, after Halloween, tells you Christmas is on the way? Well, before Thanksgiving, what's the one thing that you see in the stores that tells you Christmas is on the way? Christmas decorations. And we get so excited about Christmas right after Halloween. I don't like using the word Halloween. I mean Harvest Festival, whatever, you know. But we also we forget that there's one coming up called Thanksgiving. So if we're seeing the signs of the second coming of Jesus Christ, the second coming is not the rapture. The second coming is when he comes back and we come with him. You get that? If we're seeing the signs of the second coming, then how close are we to the rapture of the church? Are you ready? That's the thing you got to ask your question. Listen to this. Mark this. There will be terrible times in the last days. People will be lovers of themselves. Oh, man, I just want to get me a selfie and get ran over by a train. Right? There are people who are doing that, falling off cliffs. I get my feelings hurt because somebody didn't like me on Facebook. Or somebody defriended me on Facebook. Lovers of money, greed, right? Yeah. Boastful. Look at me. Look how great I am, right? Even in ministry, right? This is not about me. This is not about you. This is about who? Jesus. Proud, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy, without love, unforgiving, slanderous, without self-control, brutal, not lovers of good, treacherous, rash, conceited, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God. Now look at this, verse 5. Having a form of godliness but denying its power, have nothing to do with them. That means they go to church, they play the church part, they have the nice outfits, whatever it is, they play the music, they do all that stuff, but they're missing the most important part, and that's salvation. Right? They're playing the part. They're professors. And he's referring to, in this, church people. When the church gets like this, you know how close we're getting to the end. So, that being said, and I'm going to let the video show it. We're going to watch about 42 minutes of it because it's an 84-minute video. Okay? Are you guys all right with watching half of it, and then we'll watch the next half next week? All right, I'm going to turn it over to Rick, and we're going to watch this video.